Aquarius, there are footsteps moving toward you, though they do not echo in your streets. There is a voice calling your name, though it rises from a place far beyond your horizon. Across oceans, across mountains, across unseen paths, someone is being carried into your life, not by accident, but by design. You may not see their face yet, you may not know their story, but in the silence of your spirit, you can already feel the pull. It is the quiet tug in your chest when you think of the future. It is the strange sense that the one who matters most is not near, but waiting on the other side of distance. This is not a partnership born of convenience. It is one written in the stars of your destiny. It is not limited by borders, not silenced by miles, not weakened by time. It is a bond crafted to unlock a chapter you could not open alone. Aquarius, type this in the comments to declare it now. Distance cannot stop destiny. Say it, believe it, and carry it in your soul. For by the end of this message, you will see why this long-distance partnership is about to change your life forever. Aquarius, have you ever felt pulled towards someone you barely know, or someone far away, as if an invisible thread tied your heart to theirs? That pull is not ordinary. It is not something that comes and goes like passing thoughts. It lingers, it stays with you even when you try to brush it aside. It is destiny stretching across distance, reaching for you, reminding you that there is more to your story than what you see around you right now. This pull cannot be explained by reason. It is not always logical. Sometimes you may not even understand why a thought of this person rises in your spirit. But deep within, you know it is more than coincidence. It is a signal, a gentle call, a reminder that your path is about to intersect with another path that carries great meaning. This partnership will not begin with noise or chaos. It begins quietly. It might be a sudden message that seems small but carries weight far beyond its words. It might be a delayed call that arrives at the perfect time, leaving you wondering why it feels so important. It might simply be a whisper in your intuition that says, "Pay attention. Do not ignore this." These are not random moments. They are signs of something deeper, of destiny weaving its design from afar. Picture two rivers running miles apart, carving their own paths through mountains, valleys, and forests. For years they flow separately, never touching, never crossing. Yet, far ahead, beyond what either river could imagine, there comes a time when their waters converge. And when they do, the flow becomes stronger, more powerful, unstoppable. That is what this long-distance partnership is becoming for you, Aquarius. It is not just two lives meeting, it is a convergence of purpose, power, and growth. You may feel stretched by this. You may feel like you are stepping into something unfamiliar, something that challenges your comfort. And that is exactly the point. You are not being called to what is easy or familiar. You are being called to trust in the unfamiliar, to believe that even across distance, something divine is at work. This partnership is proof that your next chapter does not lie in staying where you are comfortable. It lies in courage. The courage to trust the connection that distance tried to bury, but could never kill. Because what is meant for you, Aquarius, will always find you, even if it has to cross oceans, climb mountains, or wait patiently for the right moment. Aquarius, distance is not a barrier, it is a stage carefully prepared by destiny itself, where trust, patience, and faith are tested. And you, child of the stars, are being called to step onto that stage. It is not an accident that this connection comes with space between you. The distance is part of the design. It is the very ground where this story will take root and grow. This long-distance partnership will reveal a truth to you. Real connection does not shrink under miles, it expands through them. When two souls are truly aligned, the gap between them does not weaken the bond, it strengthens it. The distance forces you to build something stronger than physical presence. It invites you to rely less on touch and more on spirit, less on sight and more on faith. Aquarius, imagine the weight of this lesson. When you cannot see someone every day, you must learn to listen beyond words, to feel beyond absence, to trust in what is not visible. This is where distance becomes destiny's stage. It is the place where love, loyalty, or collaboration becomes purified, stripped of shallow convenience, and deepened into something eternal. Think about it. Some of history's greatest bonds were never built in constant closeness. They were carried across seas through letters, across decades through prayers, across impossible distances by voices that would not be silenced. These bonds were powerful not because hands were always near, but because hearts were unshakably aligned. The miles could not destroy what destiny had written. This person, this distant partner, has been placed in your story to stretch you, to sharpen you, to bring out strengths you did not know you carried. They will show you that connection born in distance carries a weight that shallow nearness could never hold. Shallow nearness is easy. It requires little faith, little trust, little endurance. But a bond that survives oceans, miles, and time is a bond that carries the fingerprints of the divine. So, Aquarius, do not see the distance as a wall. See it as the stage on which destiny is performing a masterpiece. For when the curtain rises, you will understand that every mile between you was not a punishment, but a preparation for something sacred, something that was always meant to find you. Aquarius, listen closely. This is not just about someone entering your life. It is about someone carrying what you have been waiting for. A long-distance partnership is often heaven's way of delivering what your own surroundings could never provide. Sometimes what you need cannot be found where you stand. It must be sent from afar, carried by a soul who was prepared for you in a place you could not reach on your own. Maybe this person lives in another country. Maybe they are walking a completely different path at this very moment. Yet, their role in your destiny is undeniable. They carry something vital for you, an insight that shifts your thinking, an opportunity that unlocks a door, or a healing presence that touches wounds you thought could never close. And just as they carry something for you, you also carry the very piece that completes their puzzle. Think of it, Aquarius, as two puzzle pieces made thousands of miles apart. For years, each piece seemed incomplete, waiting for something it could not explain. And then, against all odds, they come together, perfectly carved for each other, perfectly aligned. That is the kind of connection this is. You were not designed for what was near. You were designed for what was meant. This partner may open doors in your career, guiding you toward opportunities you would never have imagined. They may open doors in love, revealing a depth of connection you thought distance could never allow. They may even open doors in your spiritual journey, reminding you that heaven does not work with limitations, it works with divine timing and alignment. But more than career, more than love, more than spiritual growth, this partner brings something greater. Proof. Proof that the universe will move oceans, shift time, and cross borders to connect what was written. Proof that no distance is too wide, no obstacle too strong, no barrier too high when it comes to aligning two souls meant to walk into a new chapter together. Aquarius, this is not ordinary. This is not chance. This is not convenience. This is destiny showing you that what you have been waiting for does not always arrive from what is familiar. It often arrives from what is far. And when it comes, it will carry the very key that unlocks the next season of your life. Aquarius, when this long-distance partnership enters your life, you will not remain the same. Distance has a way of reshaping hearts in ways that closeness never could. It teaches lessons you cannot learn in comfort. It burns away impatience, forcing you to let go of quick answers, and it awakens endurance, the strength to wait, to trust, and to believe even when nothing is certain. This connection will challenge you to grow in ways you did not expect. It will stretch your heart and your mind. You may be asked to step into spaces that feel unfamiliar, to walk through doors you never thought you would open. You may find yourself leaning on trust when logic gives you no clear explanation. You may be called to embrace a faith that goes deeper than sight, to believe not in what you can see, but in what you can sense and know within your spirit. And here is the truth. What begins as a partnership separated by distance will not remain that way forever. The miles are temporary. The gap will close when the time is right. What seems far now will one day move closer, spiritually, emotionally, and yes, even physically. But before that happens, the distance is serving a purpose. It is shaping you both, molding you, preparing you to carry the weight of what is coming. Aquarius, this is not just about companionship. This is not simply about someone to talk to or walk beside. This is about destiny training you. It is about God, the universe, heaven itself, preparing you for a story that could only unfold this way. The separation is not a punishment. It is preparation. It is the ground where character is built, where strength is forged, where the foundation for something lasting is laid. You are being transformed by this connection before it even fully arrives. You are learning endurance, patience, trust, and faith that will serve you for the rest of your journey. And when the time comes for the distance to close, you will step into that moment as someone stronger, wiser, and ready to carry the blessing that has been written for you. Aquarius, you may ask, how will I know when this long-distance partnership is the one that changes my life? The heart asks for proof, and destiny always leaves signs for those willing to see them. The first sign is peace. Even when logic tells you this should feel heavy or complicated, you will feel calm inside. Instead of anxiety, there is a quiet assurance. The distance may be real, but so is the comfort that rests in your spirit. That peace is heaven's way of telling you this bond is safe, that it is not born from chance, but from purpose. The second sign is in the conversations. They will feel like water flowing, smooth, natural, without effort. You will notice how time disappears when you speak. The words will carry depth, not surface value. They will reach into places inside of you that few people have ever touched. That ease, that flow, is the mark of something genuine. The third sign is the sense of purpose you feel every time you connect. It is as though the pieces of your life suddenly fall into place, and your story begins to make more sense. With this person, even silence feels meaningful. Even short moments feel significant. The connection awakens something greater in you, reminding you that you are part of a larger design. The fourth sign is timing. Nothing feels rushed, and nothing feels delayed. The rhythm of the connection will feel divine, like it is being orchestrated from above. Events will align in ways you could never have planned yourself. You will see doors open at just the right time, as if unseen hands were arranging the path ahead. And here's another truth. This partnership will not feel like chasing. It will not drain you with constant effort. It will not demand that you force what is not ready. Instead, it will feel like aligning. Two lives, two hearts, two stories coming together in a way that unfolds naturally, step by step. No pushing, no pulling, just unfolding. Even though the distance may linger, you will notice how the future draws closer with every step. Each message, each conversation, each encounter will feel like a step toward dawn. And just like the sunrise breaking after a long night, you will begin to sense light, warmth, and clarity entering your life. That is when you will know, this is not ordinary. This is not a passing connection. This is the partnership that shifts your story, the one that carries the weight of destiny, the one that proves distance cannot stop what was always meant to be. Aquarius, the greatest mistake you could make is to dismiss this partnership simply because it feels inconvenient. Distance is not a wall meant to block you. It is a tool meant to shape you. It is not placed in your path to scare you away, but to prepare you for what is greater than your comfort zone. When this connection appears, your first response must not be hesitation or retreat. You will need to embrace it with courage. Fear will try to whisper lies into your mind. It will tell you, this is too hard, this will never work, you cannot hold something so far away. But those words are not truth. They are shadows sent to keep you from stepping into the light of what is meant for you. Doubt will also try to creep in. It will suggest that you should walk away, that you should settle for what is near, that you should choose safety instead of trust. But Aquarius, you are not called to a life of shrinking back. You are called to a life of faith. And this connection is not here to break you, it is here to build you. So instead of running from the unknown, lean into it. Instead of closing your heart to what feels mysterious, open yourself to it. Because within the mystery lies the miracle. Within the distance lies the proof that destiny is at work. This is not about building castles in the air, fragile dreams that collapse when tested. This is about building faith that stretches across oceans. It is about trusting that what is written for you cannot be erased by distance, cannot be delayed by miles, cannot be stopped by borders. What is meant for you will not miss you. Even if it has to travel across the world to reach you, it will arrive at the exact moment it is supposed to. That is the promise written over your life, Aquarius. So prepare your heart. Train your spirit to expect, not to fear. Because when this long-distance partnership arrives, your story will no longer be the same. The way you see love will shift. The way you understand connection will deepen. And the way you walk into destiny will never again be ordinary. Aquarius, distance is not the enemy. It may look like a gap, it may feel like separation, but in truth, it is the bridge. And on that bridge, destiny is already walking toward you. Step by step, it is carrying closer the person written for your path. You may not see the footsteps yet, but they are moving. You may not hear the voice yet, but it is calling. This bridge is not empty. It is alive with purpose. A partnership that crosses oceans is not here to break you. It is here to remake you. The journey of waiting, of trusting, of believing is shaping you into someone who can carry more love, more strength, more vision than you carried before. Distance is not stripping you, it is building you. It is teaching you that what is truly yours cannot be taken, cannot be erased, cannot be stopped. This is the hour to open your heart. This is the moment to expect what others call impossible. People around you may say, "It will never work. The miles are too many. The gap is too wide." But Aquarius, destiny does not bow to human logic. The very thing others call impossible is what heaven delights in proving possible. Stand ready. Stand watchful. Stand with hope. Because the day is coming when the one who was once far away will no longer feel distant. The same person you thought you could only dream of will one day walk beside you in reality. The bridge will close, the distance will fade, and you will see with your own eyes what your heart already believed. Say this in the comments to seal it today. Distance cannot stop destiny. Write it as a declaration. Write it as your faith. Write it so your heart never forgets that what is written for you cannot be blocked. If this message stirred your soul, remember to subscribe for more. Because Aquarius, your journey is not ending here. It is only beginning. Each word you have heard today is preparing you for what is about to unfold. So stay open, stay faithful, stay ready. Because your long-distance partnership is not just a possibility, it is a certainty. And when it arrives, your life will never be the same again. It will not just change your days, it will transform your destiny forever.